Welcome back again to the podcast, episode 252. Episode 252, Watch Your Step. Watch Your Step, if you didn't know, was a segment that I started a long time ago at the beginning of this podcast run, 200 plus episodes ago, when I really thought about being out on the farm. I live in Horsetown here in Southern California, but I grew up in Maine. I would work on a farm during the summer. I would take care of cleaning out the goats and the sheep pen and the cows and such. And you really had to watch where you stepped because you might step in something. Well, today in the financial world and just in general, the legal and the financial world, there are so much information out there. It's hard to know what to step over, what to watch out for, what you might get hit by. You just got to be careful. And this actually came to my attention recently when I was speaking with someone where they were actually wondering whether or not they should work with a financial planner. I am a certified financial planner, and the question was, should we work with a financial planner? And my question was, well, what have you done so far to look into it? Well, we talked to a financial advisor from XYZ broker dealer firm, and they said that it was going to cost, and this is, my ears started perking up, where the question is, what's it going to cost? Okay, what's it going to cost? Well, that's when they said it's going to cost 1.5% for them to manage our investment portfolio. Now, in their case, their investment portfolio was less than $300,000. So the investment firm had said, well, that's our minimums, it's XYZ. So at that level, $300,000, we charge 1.5%. Now, they heard my podcast. They heard me talking about, hey, 1.5% is pretty expensive. You may not really need a financial advisor yet if you're at that level, and it's very pricey. And when you look at the difference between 0.95% and 1.5%, that's a huge deal. And I want to be very clear with this in the Watch Your Step segment. Think about this. What is the difference between 1.5% and 0.95%? Okay, what's the difference? When you look at it and you hear it, you're hearing it on the podcast, you're watching me say it on YouTube or LinkedIn, what's the difference between 1.5% and 0.95? Most people will say right away, oh, that's 0.55%, 0.55%. That's just a little more than 0.5%. That's not a big deal, right? Hold on a second, right? Hold on just a second. Is it really just 0.55%? Is that really the difference? Because that's where Wall Street would love you to stop thinking about it. The broker dealers and investment folks would love you to stop thinking right there and say, it's only 0.5%. That's not a big deal. Well, wait a minute. Going from 0.95% to 1.5% is a 58% increase. 58% higher from 0.95 to 1.5. So if we changed it up a little bit, let's change the conversation with the financial advisor, and I say, hello there, we're actually going to charge you 58% more than that other financial advisor. What would you do, right? If that was the actual pitch, that we're going to charge you 58% more, most people would say no. You would say no to that. If you went to the grocery store and they said, we're going to charge you 58% more for milk at our grocery store, because the grocery store down the street sells it for 58% less, but we're going to charge more. I mean, seriously, where would you go for your milk? You'd probably just go down the street and get your milk and everything else because you're probably being overcharged for everything, right? So that's very, very important. When someone promises that they, for example, can get you a better rate of return, well, I'm going to get you 6% or I'm going to get you 8%. Whoa, wait a minute. So we have somebody promising an 8% and somebody promising a 6%. First of all, Anybody promising you a rate of return, whoa, that is risky business, and there should never be any guarantees along with that. Something's wrong there. But let's focus again. What's the difference between 6% and 8%? People say 2%, no big deal. No, 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 no. The difference between 6% and 8%, that jump is 33%. That is a 33% increase in a rate of return. What do you think might happen to the risk that you have to take in order to get a 33% increase in the rate of return? Maybe more, right? So focus in on that. Watch your step. Follow the math. Do the math yourself. Fees matter. Fees matter a great deal. Maybe it's not an appropriate time to work with a financial planner who charges fees to manage money. Maybe their minimums are just their minimums, because sometimes the investment advisor's company just says, hey, it's just too expensive. We need to charge this much just to cover the light bill. Who knows? But watch out. Do the math. Understand exactly what you're getting before you just look at, oh, it's just 0.5%, because it's usually not. Now, quick disclosure at the end, as always, please remember, I am a certified financial planning professional. I'm not a CPA. I'm not a lawyer, although I am also a paralegal at a great law firm. All of that said, don't act on things that you hear on this show as if you're getting advice for you personally. And especially, please don't act on advice that you hear from financial entertainers like Dave Ramsey and Susie Orman and such. Please meet with a qualified, hopefully certified financial planner and get your situation figured out. And if you'd like, send me an email, Kraig with a K at kraigstrom.com. Talk to you soon. Take care.